So right now, our road leads to Lagos, where Davido 2024 is happening today. And trust us, this street of social media to be buzzing non-stop with wonderful, beautiful pictures from Davido and of course Chioma and Adeleke. I'm super excited this morning. I don't know why. But anyway, that's how I get to welcome you to TMI Socials this morning. Good morning. My name is Anuoluwapo Stevens, your social media butterfly, here to ensure that you do not miss any single bit of the trends on social. So now, just as I said, Chioma and Davido are getting married today. And of course, you know, wedding pictures, beautiful pre-wedding photos have been flying all over social media. So the Afrobeat star shared the pictures on his Instagram account with the hashtag Davido 2024. So Davido had last week Tuesday confirmed his upcoming wedding to his partner Chioma Rowland. And according to reports, Chioma and Davido's traditional wedding is scheduled to take place in Lagos June 25th, which is today, 2024. Now, love. Now, rumors and speculations also had it that Chioma's engagement ring was worth more than three, vehicles. I don't want to mention the name right now, but if you know, you know. Let's go to the street of socials and see your thoughts on this. Elvin is saying, I love this love. It withstood the test of times. Yes, indeed, Elvin. Omani Oboli says, my chest. Congratulations to the king and his queens. All our love and best wishes. Hashtag 30BG for life. And AY has this one to say, best wishes on this wonderful journey as you build your new lives together. Amen. One more reaction on this, or is that all we have on this? Okay. And Yemialade says African royalty. Anyway, away from that now, let's move over to another trending story that went on yesterday in the political space as Vice President Kashim Shettima was trending as yesterday. He cautioned against the alleged plot to remove the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Sa'ad Abubakar III, by the Sokoto State government. Let's listen to him.
Our father, who is a permanent picture in all developmental issues in this country, His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto. I want to use him as my point of reference to recognize and appreciate all our royal fathers present here. And to the Deputy Governor of Sokoto, I have a simple message for you. Yes, the Sultan is the Sultan of Sokoto, but he is much more than that. He represents an idea. He's an institution that all of us in this country need to jealously guard, protect, promote, preserve, and project for the good of our nation.
Okay, so there's been a bit of conversation as regards to plots to remove him, but he had to, clarify that yesterday. The state government, however, denied any plan to dethrone the monarch, describing the allegation as false. Now, all of this is against the backdrop of the removal of the Emir of Kano, Adeleke, by the Kano state governor in May. Let's go to the street of socials and see how you've been reacting to this one. This guy says, yes, very correct. He's the Emir of the Muslims in Nigeria. The institution must be protected by all. Another take on this one, Musa is saying, governors have disdained emirs of this nation. My advice, federal government to implement some laws that would allow emirs to stand independently that governor cannot dethrone Emma. And one more thought on this particular one. This guy, Emmanuel, is saying, but he didn't advise Ganduje when he decided to politicize the Kano Emirates. Straight bullet there, hitting the vice president. But away from that now, still on yesterday's saga, the Sultan of Sokoto says, and I quote, that it will take decades for the bandits ravage northwest geopolitical zone to come out of the menace of security challenges. Now, the President General of the Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs stated this at the Northwest Peace Security Summit in Sokoto State yesterday. Listen to him.
First, I would like to start by offering our condolences on behalf of the entire Muslim Ummah in the country to the Vice President for the loss of his mother-in-law. To not end insurgency, because you cannot end insurgency everywhere, but to bring it to the minimum that people can go about their lives without let or hindrance. Distinguished Excellencies, I will not forget to...
Well, a whole lot of things was said there yesterday, but one thing I picked was the Sultan's readiness, to join traditional rulers and partnering with security agencies to ensure that the safety of the masses, is really pretty much number one, the top notch there. But let's move over to the streets to see how netizens have been reacting. Olamile Khan says, because there is no political will to stop it, same way Boko Haram started, and they politicized the whole matter till it became something they can no longer handle. Another take on this story, Collins Opara is saying, this statement is a clear admission of failure from our leaders. We need urgent, decisive action now, not excuses for prolonged suffering and insecurity. One more thought on this one. Sam is saying, I have reason to subscribe to this view. Banditry cannot be eradicated from the region without a combination of social and economic empowerment on one hand, plus military onslaught. Added to this is ideological reorientation of the bandits. Okay, so now moving over to my fourth story I have for you for today is a trending video, that did come out from Abuja as after 2 years of the Federal Capital Territory Administration declaring the popular Trademore Estate in Dugbe, a disaster area. Yesterday morning, during the early morning downpour, it was actually seen that most parts of it, had been covered with water. Let's take a look at the video.
It's Trademore Estates. This is Trademore Estates. This is Trademore Estates. Federal government, we are pleading, we are begging. This is Trademore Estates. Oh, this is crazy. This is Trademore Estate. 2 persons just died now. The water took them away. Trademore Estate. 2 persons swept away now by this water. Trademore Estate, please.
Wow, see the police station.
Please, we are begging. Trademore Estate. FCT Minister, come and do something. Trademore.
Okay, so FCT Minister, Yeson Wike there, been dragged and everything. But let's move over to the street of socials to get your thoughts on the story. This guy says, as informative as the video is, the government needs to do something quickly to avoid the water from completely damaging the bridge. Another take on this, Trademore flood is every year. I don't know why they can't work it. They always expect government to fix everything. And let's see another one. Okay, now we'll end with this one. This guy says, meanwhile, Wike, the Minister of FCT, is busy fighting Sim Fubara while Flood is destroying properties. Ooh, okay, and this user is saying, when minister comes to demolish buildings, blocking waterways, don't start screaming. He has no human feelings, or Wike, they come as you shout him name Sha. Okay, well, still on yesterday's situation, I know there was actually another conversation right there in Abuja that the popular ShopRite would be leaving Abuja, the FCT, by the end of this month. The whole lot of things happening on the social media space. Now let's move over to Philip to get your take on all of this.
Well, I so much interested about stories on
look at the flooding, government to always look at this. I said it earlier during the conversation. There's a time for us to have policies of government impacting the people positively, because if flooding goes a long way to affect the economy, it would really, worsen the plight of the citizens. Absolutely. Big one there, Anolu Akbar Stevens.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, so that's where we call it a wrap on today's TMI.